All right, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to our round 2 of the Endless Summer Series at Hobbytown in Mentor, United States. We are going to be starting our top 32 bracket here in a minute. We have 3 buy runs, so the first battle is just a buy run. We are not going to run it, so we're going to the second battle, which is going to be Chris Rogers versus It's going to be Chris Rogers versus Jake Fab. So let's pull the driver cards up here. So we got Chris Rogers from Garden City, Michigan, and Jake Fab from Butler's, PA.
Wiggle your wheels when you're ready. Drivers ready?
Okay, this is the first time seeing our layout here. I'll go over the whole layout during the second run. Pretty nice run there. Get the drivers switched around here. But this will be the run 2 for the first battle. We allow the chase drivers to start back a little further in case they're chasing somebody that's a little faster. So here we go into the first turn. Got the initiation lines there. So we got a spin there. So got outer zone 1. We got a front clip 1, front clip 2, outer zone 2, and then they come through the center here. We got outer zone 3, followed by outer zone 4 to the finish, and then across the line. All right, pretty good run there. We're gonna let the judges go ahead and make a decision there on who they think won. All right, looks like it's unanimous. Jake Fab gets the win. Jake Fab with the win. Gonna move on to our second battle here.
Keep it in line. Take the boots off. Drivers ready?
Okay, here we go. This is our third battle. We have Cameron Cheese versus Zachary Hermanson. Got a little separation there. All right, good run there. Move on to the second run of the battle. Oh, we had a weird initiation there. Looked like a little bit of understeer. Just having a little bit of trouble navigating the course there. He had a spin. in outer zone 2. Should be an easy one for the judges, just based on the performance of the two drivers. Sorry.
Now we can choose.
Looks like the judges went with Cameron Cheese, so Cameron Cheese is going to move on. Brock's is not working for some reason. Yours isn't working for some reason. Don't worry about it. All right, we're going to move on to our third battle here. Gary Reyes versus Tony Hall. Gary Reyes versus Tony Hall. All right, here they go off the line, moving into outer zone 1. Got nice proximity there. Cross front clip 1, front clip 2. Outer zone 2, get a little separation. All right, driver's going wide, making it easier for Tony to move up on him. It's a pretty nice run. It's the best run we've had so far. Nice finish across the line. The drivers are going to switch positions here, switch roles. If you've noticed, the driver on the outer side of the track is the lead driver, and then the driver on the inside is the chase. Here we go, second run of the battle. Nice. Didn't quite get out into the zone there. There were a bunch of angle across that into the outer zone there. Here we go. Outer zone 3 into outer zone 4. Nice. Ooh, spin across the line. Wonder which way the judges will go with that. Generally, if you spin going across the line, then it's a 0. So we'll have to see what the judges say on that. You can see the judges on screen. They're discussing things. We'll say which way they go. So they chose Tony Hall. So Tony Hall gets the win.
Tony Hall gets the win. Good job, guys.
All right, we have Brian Cutlip versus Jerry Bowling. Here they go into the first outer zone. Looks like Jerry is having a little issue there. Brian seemed to complete the run completely. Almost went off the track there. Just filled that entire outer zone. It was a good run. It's a good lead run there. Drivers are going to switch roles here. Looks like he got stuck. Common issue we have on our 1 to 10 cars. It's not really an issue on 1-to-1s. All right, here we go. This is going to be the second run of the battle. Okay, here they go. First outer zone. It's a kind of a tight initiation there. Lead drivers not doing the best job filling their outer zones. Seem to have gone off course there a little bit. Oh, had a pass. Oh, double pass. And a crash. Judges are probably going to have to discuss that run, kind of discuss what happened. Michael Bowling and versus Sarin. Michael Bowling is leading. That last battle, the judges chose Brian Cutlip, so he will advance on to the top 16. Looks like Sarin's having some issues with grip there. Michael Bowling is finishing up his run, navigating the course, across the finish line. All right, we'll get the cars reset and finish up this second part of this battle. See all the drivers there in the background. All right, we'll get this second part of this run going. All right, here we go. Got the cars initiating the first turn. Outer's on there. Oh, looks like her throttle cut out on her. Gonna have to say that the judges are probably gonna award an incomplete on Sarin's lead run.
Good run, guys.
All right, as you can see, the judges awarded the win to Michael Bowling. Michael Bowling will move on to the top 16. And then moving on to the next battle here, we got Clay Caulfield versus Danny Ozerski. You can see they're both from Ohio. And they're off the line. Got Clay, missed outer zone 1. Coming up a little shallow on outer zone 2. Seems to be cutting on the inside a little bit. There he gets a little wide across the finish line. So on these runs, the judges are looking for the lead driver to fill those outer zones. Those are the marked areas on the floor on the turns. As you can see, the first turn that they enter into, it's marked pretty well. The drivers go across that one twice. So here's the second part of the battle. So in order for a chase driver to have a great chase, the lead driver has to fill their roles as a lead driver, which means that they have to do a 100-point qualifying run. So they need to be out in those outer zones. You need to hit the front clips and maintain angle throughout the entire run. If they're not where they're supposed to be, then it makes it really difficult for the chase drivers to have a good chase. Part of judging is watching the drivers adapt to the lead driver. So we'll see what the judges chose here, and then I'll continue to explain that in the next run. So what'd you choose? Yours isn't showing up. So I believe that Clay Caulfield moved on from that.
Was that Clay Caulfield? Was that Clay that moved on? Did Clay move on from that? Clay Caulfield? I saw two shows Clay and then one was Clay. Chris, did you put your vote in? Did you put your vote in?
All right, so the judges deliberated a little bit, and they actually went in against their initial call after some discussion, and they're going to run this battle one more time. So we got Clay Caulfield versus Danny Oversky again. So this is their one more time battle. Sorry about that. Looks like chase driver spun. Clay managed to finish his run out, and we had Danny Oversky spin coming out of outer zone 1. This is going to be the second part of their battle, of their one more time. So here we go, outer zone 1. Looks like Danny's gripping up a little bit there. Seen him driving straight a little bit. Loss of drift, followed by a spin. That happens a lot when you're understeering. You'll go from understeering to just over, like completely spinning out. So that was the completion of the one more time battles. So we'll let the judges decide who the winner is. So they went with Clay Caulfield. So did you make your decision? All right. So yeah, confirming that judges did choose Clay. Clay is going to move on to the top 16. All right, we have Phil Gnott versus Christopher Gross. This will be the first part of their battle here. So here they go into the first turn, outer zone 1. Nice little wall tap there. Front clip. Then we're moving into outer zone 2. Little surge there. Phil's really throwing that truck around. But Chris is doing a very good job at chasing there. Kept close proximity the whole time. He was mimicking the lead driver pretty well, even with him going offline a little bit. Pretty good run, though. It's going to be the second run of their battle here. Here we go. Chris, nice job getting to the outer zone. Gene didn't quite have the same grip, so he tried to follow the same line, but ended up off course there. That S13's really set up well. It's a very accurate car. Here we go. Nice. Very nice run by the two drivers here. Chris had an awesome lead run there. So looks like it's unanimous. Christopher Gross gets the win. Chris Gross with the win. He's going to be moving in on the top 16. Hey, the camera moved. Jay. We had to adjust our camera there. So we have Bobby Ball versus Walter Scruggs. This could be their first run of their battle. Looks like Bobby Ball missed outer zone 1. Nice job on the front clips. Filled outer zone 2 nice. Went a little wide there. Gave Walter a chance to catch up. Oh, had a spin going to outer zone 3. So if a lead driver spins, the chase driver does not have to finish the run. That basically means the run is over at that point. So we're going to go on to the second part of this battle. They're off the line. Walter Scruggs missed the first outer zone there. Filled outer zone 2 nice. Tight on the transition across the center there. Nice on outer zone 3. And across the finish line. So it was a nice run by Walter Scruggs. I believe that Bobby Ball zeroed out on his lead run, so we'll see what the judges decide. So yeah, the judges went with Walter Scruggs, so Walter Scruggs gets the win on that. So if there's a pause in activity, it's because the judges are also competing in this, so they need a third judge to step in and take their position. So that's what's happening right now. We have Jay Lunar versus Jake Wilson up next. So this is going to be a pretty good battle here. So you got Jay leading, and then Jake Wilson is going to be following. This first run, then second run, they'll switch roles. Jay had a very nice run. He's hitting out all the outer zones, front clips. Nice finish there across the line. Jake had pretty good proximity throughout the entire run. So we adjusted the camera. You could see the starting light there on the left side of the screen. That is what the cars are going off to start. So when one of these judges activated, it'll go ahead and go. The lights are gonna light up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then when they extinguish, that's when the drivers go. So you can see, as soon as it goes out, the drivers are off the line. Nice initiation in outer zone 1. Missed the front clip there a little bit. Good on 2. Nice on outer zone 2. Nice and smooth across the center there in outer zone 3. You can see Jay cutting the line a little bit, trying to catch up, gain some proximity. That car must be very fast that Jake's driving. Jay has a really nice setup car, and this is his home track, so to see somebody pull on him like that means that it had a lot of grip. All right, so we're gonna see what the judges decide here. We got one judge so far for Jay, 2 judges for Jay, so that means that Jay's moving on. It's unanimous. Jay Lunar gets the win on this. Jay Lunar with the win. He's moving on to top 16.
said make sure you can. I can't see the screen, so tell me once everybody's
I have
in.
the screen up there so they can see.
I said, well, I said as soon as it comes through, tell me, because I can't see the other two is what I'm saying. It doesn't show up here. Tell me and I'll announce it. For sure. Drivers ready?
All right, here we go. We have Maxwell Hatko versus Alex Michael. Maxwell's doing a pretty decent job getting out to those outer zones. Throwing a lot of angle in that third zone. Did a good job filling that last zone and across the line. So we're going to switch roles here. Maxwell is going to be chasing now, and Alex is going to be leading. You can see that starting light on the left side there. When it extinguishes, the car is going to go. Here we go, across the initiation lines. Missed a lot of outer zone 1, spinning in the end of outer zone 1. I'm going to guess that is an incomplete for Alex, since he's the lead driver. He's going to let them complete the run anyways. So we'll see which way the judges went. All right, Alex Michael gets the win. All right, that was the wrong info on the screen there. Matt Bailey was supposed to go next, but he gets a bye run because we only have 29 drivers. So the next driver is Eric Schlembach versus Brock Leach. So we're going to get this battle started. Nice run there. Brock had a very nice run. Very nice lead run. So move on to the second part of this battle. Nice initiation, outer zone 1. Did a good job filling the entire zone. He's way off that front clip. Brock's having to go a little shallow to gain some proximity because lead driver cut the line a little bit. Nice finish across the line there. Judges are deliberating now, deciding on who had the better lead and chase run combined. Got one judge deciding one more time on this run. All right, we're gonna do a one more time battle, so it's gonna go straight back into one more time. So we'll get those cars back on the line and see the second battle. So there's their info again. We got Eric Schlumbach versus Brock Leach. Brock's a local. This is home track, so he's got home track advantage, and they're off the line. Brock's missing pretty much the entire outer zone. Nice front clip there. Nice transition across. Nice snappy transition. Fills outer zone two pretty well. Really nice proximity there. Very, very nice run. Good proximity throughout. See the second part of this battle. Eric filled outer zone 1, 2 a little bit better. He's going deep in outer zone 2. Brock's cutting the line a little bit to keep some proximity. Looks like Eric has a little bit more grip in his car. Brock does a little wall tap there across the line. And it's unanimous. Eric Schlumbach with the win. Eric Schlumbach gets the win. It's moving on to top 16. Getting the next set of cars up to the line here. We got Nate Childers versus Jeff Zenner. Nate Childers in that Firebird. Jeff Zenner in the Camaro. That is not a Camaro, that's an S13. So must have switched bodies before this run. We get the judges are getting in position. They're off the line. Outer zone 1 was a little rough there. Cut across front clip 1. He's having a hard time keeping the car in drift. Across the line here. We'll switch positions and see how they do for run 2. All right, we're going to send them here. Nice initiation, outer zone 1. Nice angle. Had a little surge there, and I think it messed him up and caused him to spin. Wasn't really predicting the speed of the lead driver there.
Hey man, don't hate me. Don't hate. That's it.
All right, it's unanimous. Jeff Zenner gets the win. Jeff Zenner with the win. He's going to move on to top 16. This is going to be the last battle of our top 32. Then we're going to move into top 16. So let's pull the drivers up on the screen here. So Ricky Diaz is going to be leading this RX-7. Shane Williams in his Skyline. R34. All right, waiting on the judges. And here they go. Ricky missed a little bit of outer zone 1 there. And he got an outer zone 2 pretty well. He filled that out completely. See how he gets in outer zone 3, a little shallow there. Fills out the last outer zone pretty well, and across the line. Looks like Shane had a wall tap there too. He's having a little bit of trouble keeping up with Ricky. Second part of their battle. Nice initiation. Misses outer zone 1 completely. Tight on those front clips. Looks like he went off course there. Not sure if the judges are going to deem that a 0 or not. Looks like Ricky's pushing Shane a little bit there across the line. Nice proximity. Looks like the judges went with Ricky Diaz. Ricky Diaz.
Ricky Diaz moves on.
Good run, guys.
Good run.
Why my stuff's not updated?
Huh?
My stuff's not updated.
Your phone thing is up?
It had gone off the gal, but I was with you guys.
Alright.
All right, so we're going to be moving on to our top 16. So we have Gage. Yeah, let's work on getting everybody lined up. We have Gage Calander versus Jake Fab. That's going to be our first battle. If you remember, Gage had a bye run, so this is going to be his first battle. Then we have Cameron Cheese versus Tony Hall. Brian Cutlip versus Mike Bowling. Clay Caulfield versus Christopher Gross. Jason Larrick versus Walter Scruggs. Jay Lunar versus Alex Michael. Matt Bailey versus Eric Schlembach. Jeff Zenner versus Ricky Diaz. In a few minutes here, they're getting the cars all lined up, ready for these battles. And we'll get started on top 16. We're going to take just a 1 minute break, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're gonna be getting this top 16 started off here in just a minute. they're just finishing lining the vehicles up for their runs.
Who's first?
Gage and Jake.
They're lined up. Watch them.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, Jacob. I saw Jacob, but it's not Jacob. Jacob, who's driving so I don't stand for him? No, you tell him, bro. This guy's the only guy that has the seat. Okay, you're driving.
Drivers ready.
All right, we have Gage Calander versus Jake Peepab. Here they go. See they enter that first turn pretty well. Nice on the front clips, filling outer zone 2. Misses outer zone 3 completely. Got into outer zone 4 though and crossed the line. It's the first battle of our top 16. This is going to be the second run of our first battle. Drivers are switching roles, so we're going to have Jake is leading now, so he's doing a nice job there. Got an outer zone 2, nice. Completely filling that. Little bobble there. Another bobble there. And the outer zone 4 across the line. All right, judges are unanimous. They went with Gage Calander in the.
Gage moving on.
It was actually an S13. It wasn't an Altezza as it showed on the screen, but the gray S13 moves on. Next battle is going to be Cameron Cheese versus Tony Hall.
Tony Hall.
Both drivers are driving S13s. Tony says Supra, but he's actually in an S13. Here we go. Nice initiation there. Misses most outer zone 1. Nice and tight across the front clips there. Gets in outer zone 2, comes out and then goes back in. Gets out into outer zone 3. It's a nice fluid run, nice and smooth. Had a nice chase there. Like I said earlier, it takes a good lead run to have a good chase. The more fluid you are and the wider you are, the more predictable it is for the chase driver. All right, here we go. Second run of this battle. Really tight on that first clip. Went across the curb there a little bit. It's going to be a tough one for the judges. Both runs were pretty similar. I did see one driver had a little bit better proximity on his chase run, but the lead runs were pretty similar.
I think we need to review the video footage one time. Michelle stuff.
Wait if it's just one tire.
Yeah,
No,
one
it's
tire.
no, I don't know. That's why I don't know if it was this tire is either on the tape before or after the finish line. I couldn't tell. Is it the first line or the second one to finish?
At the end there?
Yeah.
we'll see what the judges decide here. They went with Tony Hall.
Tony Hall moves on.
So Tony Hall gets the win on that.
Good runs, guys.
He'll move on to the grade 8.
That was really good.
Better and better every time.
We have Brian Cutliff versus Michael Bowling here. Brian in S13 and Michael in that BRZ. Pretty good proximity throughout that entire run. And here they go, second part of this battle. Nice initiation there, outer zone 1. Didn't quite fill it, but was in the zone the entire time. Did a good job on outer zone 2 there, filled the entire zone. Nice and tight there. Very, very good lead run there. Very, very good lead run. Looks like Michael Bowling gets the win. Michael Bowling gets the win on that run.
Good run, guys.
It's Clay Caulfield versus Christopher Gross. Chris Gross is one of the judges. Ooh, there's a tricky initiation there. It looks like he scrubbed some speed and threw off Clay there. See Chris finishing up his run here. Nice across the line. That first run, it looked like Clay spun at the beginning, so I believe the judges are probably going to give this win to Chris. So yeah, it's unanimous. Chris Gross is the winner of that battle. He's going to move on to grade 8. I got Jason Larrick versus Walter Scruggs. It's a pretty good battle. Walter Scruggs is in that box body. We got Jason Larrick's in that RX-7. Walter gapping him, pulling a couple car lengths there. Looks like the car's quite a bit faster across the line there. Jason having a hard time keeping up. Looks like it's unanimous. Walter Scruggs is going to get the win there. Walter Scruggs with the win. Next battle here is going to be Jay Lunar versus Alex Michael. Alex Michael driving that 240SX and Jay Lunar with his Toyota 86. Drivers are on the line. And they're off across the line here. Jay going a little shallow there, doesn't quite get to outer zone 1. Going pretty deep in outer zone 2, and he comes off the zone a little bit there at the end. See how he does outer zone 3. A little tight there. Must have a lot of grip in that car. It's not quite floating out to the outer zones. Still a good fluid run nonetheless. Just a little shallow on those outer zones. Drivers are switching roles here. Jay will be chasing. A little bit off that front clip. Cuts the line a little bit there going across the second clip. Not quite as fluid. He's surging quite a bit here and there. Jay spins at the end there. Might have just given up that battle. Yeah, so the judges are going to give Alex Michael the win on that. Alex Michael gets the win. Jay gets knocked out. Okay, so the next battle here is going to be Matt Bailey versus Eric Schlembach. Matt Bailey on the line there waiting in his Camaro. Waiting on Eric to get to the line. Eric's leading. Oh, wait. I think. I don't know. All right, and they're off. Eric misses outer zone 1. Does a nice job on outer clip 2. Fills outer zone 2 pretty well. Matt's having a hard time keeping up in that Camaro. Eric did a nice job filling that last outer zone and across the line. Put quite a few car lengths on Matt Bailey there. The second part of their battle here. Eric's real tight on that curb, misses outer zone 1 completely. Good across that front clip, misses the second clip completely. Nice in outer zone 2, goes really wide there, goes off the course a little bit. Misses outer zone 3. Looks like almost a straight in there, and they're across the line. Eric did a really good job keeping proximity through that entire run, even tapping him a little bit here and there. Let's see which way the judges go. And judges award the win to Eric Schlembach. So Eric Schlembach's gonna get the win. Sir. Looks like Jeff Zenner is actually driving an S13, not a Camaro. Ricky Diaz in his RX-7. Nice initiation there. Oh, looks like Ricky may have broken his car on that run. The steering wasn't working at all. He just drove off the course. Let's see what happened here. See if Ricky can finish the second part of his battle. Gonna looks like he doesn't really know what happened there, so I'm just gonna move on to the second part of this battle. Alright, this second part of the battle. Ricky Diaz with a nice initiation. His battery must be dead or something. He went to initiate and the car just died on him. It's a tough break, man, when your car just doesn't work. So it looks like they're going to give the win to Jeff Zenner based on the issues with the RX-7.
It's fine. Go ahead and do it, and we'll do a rerun.
For content.
For content.
For content.
And for the love. Because damn doesn't it always happen to me and you.
We'll definitely write a roll into the next time now. We'll make an addendum. How long? So what are we can? So we can't. We have to finish.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Okay, thanks for the help today, Chris.
Yes, thank you. We're giving the breakdown.
As you can see on the screen here, we're going to take a 1 minute break between top 16 and the grade 8, get everybody lined up, get the rest of this battle going. We have Gage Calander versus Tony Hall for our first battle of the grade 8. Then we're going to have Michael Bowling versus Christopher Gross. Followed by Walter Scruggs versus Alex Michael. Then we're moving on to Eric Schlembach versus, I'm sorry, that's a typo there. That is going to be Zenner versus Schlumbach, not Diaz. Little clerical error. We got it fixed though. And then we're gonna move on.
Do it all before just to make sure.
Grade 8 here in a second. So this is going to be Calander versus Hall.
Can you move it back to, can you move it back, or are we just running it without it?
Are you doing it one more time?
We're doing it again. We gave them the fix the car thing. It isn't in the rule book.
Yeah, I can move it back.
Not sure why it's not going back. Oh. All right. All right. So the judges decide to let Ricky fix his car so they can have a proper battle. So we're gonna go ahead and run this battle again. So whenever they're ready, we're gonna get it going. Looks like Ricky did not fix his issue. So with that being said, Jeff Center is going to move on and get the win. They just wanted to give Ricky a chance to get his car fixed and actually drive it how it's supposed to be driven. But that did not work in his favor. He's still having issues with the car. Not really sure what happened, but I'm sure he'll get it figured out before round 3. All right, with that being said, we are going to move on to Gage Calander versus Tony Hall.
Was it that wheel weight? It was the wheel weight. I told you! It was sticking out. I told you to check the wheel weight! No. Alright, well.
Do we want to get all the cars lined up for this?
Alright, so we got one.
Then we have Michael Bowling versus Chris Gross. Who's up first? You and
Am I leading? Mike Bowling!
and then we have Walter Scruggs versus Alex Michael. Scruggs. Michael Bowling. We have Scruggs versus Michael. We have Walter Scruggs versus Alex Michael. Tony, check your body. Tony, check your body. And then the last check your body is going to be Eric Schlemback versus Zenner.
Thank you.
All right, we had to get the cars lined up here. We're going to move on to our first battle of the Grade 8. So we have Gage Calander versus Tony Hall. Calander is going to be leading, and then Tony is going to chase. That was a false start, so we're gonna restart. Three strikes and you're out. I jumped the light there. Yeah, he jumped the light.
Technically 2 strikes.
All right, that was a restart because the car jumped a light. So we're gonna send them again. When the light extinguishes, that's when the car is supposed to go. So we got a little traffic here, and then we're gonna go ahead and send them. All right, here we go. Clean start. Nice initiation. Lost a little speed there. Tony Hall had a chance to catch him. Tony Hall with pretty good proximity there. Keeping a good, nice distance throughout. And across the line, Tony had pretty good proximity through that entire run. The reason we did restart is because if the lead driver jumps a light, then it doesn't really give the chase driver a chance to start at the exact same time. So it creates a big gap between the vehicles. So here we go. Nice clean start. Tony has a early initiation across the line. Oh, really big wall tap there. It's probably going to go against him a little bit there. Tony, besides that wall tap, did a really good job on the rest of the layout. Hit the front clips and was able to fill all the outer zones. You can see the judges deliberating a little bit there on screen. They're discussing a couple things that they saw during the run, and then they'll make a decision based on that. So looks like Gage moved on in that. They must have saw something. Maybe it was that hard hit from Hall.
Drivers ready? Christopher Gross moves on. That was tough, man.
Having a little issue with our camera here. Just needs to be aimed back down. That's good. Perfect.
I'm gonna have to stay here.
That's good. All right, we got our camera angle here fixed so you guys can see the entire run. I think one of the cables just got hit and it caused the camera to fall over.
Drivers ready?
So let's see. This is going to be Scruggs versus Michael, first run. Did you get the win on that last one? Okay. Just verifying, Christopher Gross did get the win on the last battle. So, did get the win. So here we go. Walter cutting the line a little bit there. Alex keeping good proximity throughout, even with the chopped line there. Seems his car's a little bit faster. Nice across the line. It looks like the judges went for Scruggs. Alex Scruggs moves on. Walter Scruggs moves on. Our next battle here is going to be Schlembach versus Zenner. Cars are going to be off the line here in a second. Had a remote covering the starting light there in our stream. Outer Zone 1 was pretty decent. Outer Zone 2 is good. Here we go, moving into Outer Zone 3. Feels that pretty well. Maintaining good angle throughout, nice and smooth. Getting the cars lined up for their second run of this battle. Starting lights extinguished, cars are off the line. Here we go, in the first outer zone. Enters a little shallow, but was able to get out to the zone at the end there. Filling outer zone two pretty well at the beginning, but comes out a little early. Outer zone 3 is good. He lost a lot of speed there, causing a little bit of an impact. Misses the last outer zone, but continues on throughout the line. They got a little bit of applause there for the proximity. And then it looks like Schlembach gets the win on. Yep, Schlembach gets the win. He's moving on to the final four. So for the final four, the first battle is going to be Calander versus Gross, and then our second battle is going to be Scruggs versus Schlembach. So it's going to be just a minute here to get the cars situated for the last three battles here. We got top four, and then we're going to do a third and fourth place battle, and then we'll do the final battle at the end. So we got Chris up onto the line already. We're just waiting on Calander. Calander is going to be the lead driver, and then Chris is going to chase him. So just waiting on Gage. Here we go. We got Calander versus Gross, and they're off the line. Looks like Chris is already pushing his door in there, keeping tight proximity, not letting him gain an inch. Doing a good job there. Fills the outer zones. Oh, had a spin. Wonder if there's just like a slick spot on the floor there, or if maybe just gave it a little too much throttle, got a little too excited coming across the center there. Getting the cars lined back up for the second part of this battle. Light extinguishes, cars are off the line, nice clean start. Chris gets a nice initiation, a lot of angle, really good across the front clips there. Fills outer zone 2 very well. Yeah, nice smooth. This guy's like a robot on this thing. I can't say that there's been a better run today. That was a very, very good lead run, near 100-point lead run by Chris. That was a very good run. So the judges went with Christopher Gross on that, so he's going to get the win. He's going to move on to the final. He's going to be against the winner of this next battle. So it's going to be Scruggs versus Slumbach for this next battle. Looks like some kind of issue with the stream there. I'm gonna get these cars started here in a second. Starting light extinguished. Cars are off the line. Scruggs nice and smooth. He's getting out of all the outer zones. Slumbach isn't giving him an inch though. He's right on his door. He did a really good chase run there. I'll reset it. The second part of the battle here. It's a really intense battle. Cars are both pretty fast. Looks like Scruggs was having a little bit of trouble keeping up, but good chase run nonetheless. So it's all right, so Eric Slumbach is going to move on from that run. He's going to move into the third and fourth place battle. So we got Calander versus Scruggs in the third and fourth place. So
we're going to be doing Calander versus Scruggs for third and fourth place battle.
Oh, we do it? Oh.
Yeah, we got third and fourth place battle, and then we do the final.
Can we hold this, Chris? Put it back.
You good?
So we got our third and fourth place battle here. It's Calander versus Scruggs. So nice run. We're going to get the cars reset. They're going to switch roles. So now we're going to have Scruggs lead and Calander's going to be chasing. See that starting light extinguish. Got a nice start here. Looks like Scruggs gets into that zone a little late. This is the second front clip. Fills outer zone 2 pretty decent. Across the line here. Fills completely outer zone 3. Misses part of zone 4 and across the finish line. See what the judges decide on this. You can see them deliberating already. If you look down, you can see Jay with his phone there. He's about to make a decision on third and fourth place battle. Calander versus Scruggs. So got kind of a tough call here. They had a couple bobbles. Then the lines weren't perfect, so they're just seeing which driver made the least amount of mistakes, basically, and who had the best lead run versus chase run combined. It looks like the judges are going to decide a one more time on that, so we're going to see this battle again. Let's get the drivers lined up again. Clander leading and Scruggs chasing on this first part of the battle of the one more time. This is to decide third and fourth place for this competition. There are season points. There's 3 rounds to this series, and drivers will be awarded points for each run. The further they advance, the more points they get, with a possible up to 100 points. First place gets 100 points, and then it's broken down by tier after that. So first, second, third, fourth place, and then it goes 5th to 8th, and then 9th through 16th, and 17th through 32. So the second part of the run here. Ooh, looks like Calander had a little bit of a tap there, a little bit of a mishap. Scruggs is able to maintain throughout, angle throughout the run. Looks like Calander's having some issues there. Finish the run, so I feel like this will be a little bit easier to judge based on those 2 runs for the judges here. So the looks like the judges went with Scruggs as the winner of that battle, so he will get 3rd place. And then we're going to move on to the final battle, which is going to be Alex Gross versus Eric Schlembach.
We need 1 minute.
1 minute for a recap.
Can we see your video, please?
So it looks like there was something that was sort of missed by the judges, so they're deliberating. They're giving each other input on some things that we're seeing. They're going to actually go back and review the live stream footage and make a call based on that. So we're gonna just possibly redo this. I'm not really sure. They're going to make a decision after they review footage, and then we'll move on to first, second place battle possibly, or if they decide, we'll do that another one more time. Um, we'll see what they decide. So it looks like they are sticking with it. Looks like Walter Scruggs is going to move on, or win third place, I'm sorry. Walter Scruggs gets third. Gage Callander gets fourth place. So now we're going to move on to the final battle, which is going to be Chris Gross versus Schlembach. So Eric Schlembach there. You can see the two cars on the line. Here we go. Ohio versus Michigan in the finals. Get this going. Got a nice clean start. Eric leading. Chris giving chase. Eric. Man, these cars are pretty fast. Chris is keeping really good proximities. He's mimicking the lead driver very well. It's one of the best chase runs we've seen today. Cars are getting lined back up for the second part of this final battle. This is for first and second place. So got a clean start. Chris has a nice initiation there. Good front clips. Fills outer zone 2 very well. And then fills outer zone 3. Outer zone 4, perfect, and across the line. Can't really complain about that lead run. That was very, very good lead run. Looks like the judges are deliberating. It's not a there's not a clear-cut winner. They're going to go back and review footage and see if they can pick apart this battle and decide a winner. If not, then it'll be one more time. Either way, it's going to be just a minute. You can see the judges in the corner there looking at the stream. Be right back, and then the winner will be announced here on the stream before we sign off for the day. I do want to thank everybody that checked in throughout the day during the stream. Saw a couple chats there. Eric Kens is he's a trooper. He's been signed in the whole time. So the judges are going to decide one more time on that. So we're going to see this final battle again. It was too close to call, so they they weren't able to make a decision and have a clear winner. So we'll see. It's basically who makes more mistakes. If both of the drivers run really good runs and have good chases, then you can't really award a win to one or the other. So whoever's filling those zones better, hitting the front clips, and keeping good proximity throughout the run. So we got a clean start. Eric out front, doesn't quite get into outer zone 1 completely. Nice on the front clips, a little shallow in outer zone 2. Chris is really tight on him, adapting to his line. Had a little tap there, gave him a little more angle. Nice cross the line. Very good chase run by Chris. Pretty good lead run by Eric. Get the second part of this battle underway, and then hopefully we'll have a winner and we can, have a champion of this round. So here we go off the line. Nice. Chris had a super good entry into outer zone 1. Entered super early, filled the whole zone. Outer zone 2, completely filled outer zone 2. He's a little shallow at the end, but he was in the zone the entire time. Outer zone 3, super good. And outer zone 4, complete. Eric had a very good chase run the entire time, kept good proximity throughout. I see it swaying one way or the other, but I am not a judge. I am just here to let you guys know what's going on, commentate a little bit, fill the dead air. The judges are the ones that are going to be deciding who is the winner. We have 3 judges over there. That way it's either one more time or a clear winner. I'll be right back, and then we'll decide who the actual winner is.
Hell yeah.
Are we in the end? We have to do this to the final. This was the final. You guys decide? Yeah, we can keep this stream going if you want to like.
You can wiggle your tires all you want. We're standing on the track.
All right, so the judges did decide that Chris was the winner of the round. So we have Christopher Gross in first place, Eric Schlombeck in second place, Walter Scruggs third, and Gage Calander in fourth place. They just wanted to do another run for fun, since these are the 2 final drivers here, and they both had super good runs, super consistent, super tight throughout. Chris is a freaking robot, man. He's got that car super dialed in, and he's not giving Eric an inch. So they're gonna switch positions and run again. We're gonna keep the stream going for a little bit just so you guys can see what goes on afterwards. We'll get a little bit of party train going here, a bunch of cars on the track. You can only see the competition layout, but if you see in the bottom left of the screen there, you can see some cars running. This track is pretty decently sized. There's a whole nother side of the track, so maybe we'll get that in the view too. But you can see the guys are having a great time. So we're gonna move over into just open track, and everyone's gonna drive a little bit. So I'm gonna sign off, and thank you guys all for coming out and watching the stream.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, Hobbytown, A-Main, DES Racing, and Rockbait Racing for the prizes provided for our 3-point series. Appreciate you all. Keep drifting.